Hey everyone, I'm out here in the garage, and what we're going to be doing today is reviewing the Solar Spotlight by Vont. So stay tuned. So if you're new to the channel, I just want to welcome you here, and hopefully you'll consider subscribing if you like what you see. Also, check out DIY Apprentice on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. I post lots of pictures and videos on those platforms before I post anything on YouTube. And occasionally I'll post things on those platforms I don't post on YouTube. Also, check out the website at DIYapprentice.com. And don't forget to hit the like button if you like this video. So I was contacted a while back by Vont to review their Solar Spotlight product. And full disclosure, I actually did not purchase this product myself. It was shipped to me for free for the purposes of this review. So regardless of that fact, I still am going to do as impartial review on their product as possible. So, let's get into it. I like to start off these reviews by providing a little background on the companies behind their products to verify their credibility. In researching Vont, I checked out their online presence, starting with their website at vont.com. I was surprised to find that Vont has 35 products listed, with the majority being focused on lighting. Vont also has decent-sized followings on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and their latest posts on those platforms are fairly recent. On their Facebook page, it's mentioned that they've been in business since 2014. Many of Vont's products are available on Amazon, where they've received thousands of reviews. From what I can tell, their average user rating is above 4.5 stars. In general, they seem to have established a very professional web presence. Alright, so let's start off by looking at the packaging of this product. Now, this is the 2-pack of the Solar Spotlights. They come in a single, a 2-pack, or a 4-pack. So it comes in a very simple, compact cardboard box for this 2-pack. So we're just going to go around the box and take a look at the various labeling that's on here. So right on the front, it says Solar Spotlight 2-pack, VNT SS2X. That's the model number. Right there, there's their URL or their web address, vont.com. Logo right there. Little depiction of the spotlights right there. Come around to this side, pretty much the same information, Solar Spotlight 2-pack and their web address. Back here are the product specifications, and the dimensions are spelled out here, so we'll talk a little bit about that as we get more into reviewing this product. On this side, you've got their URL, again, or their web address, vont.com. Right here, all their socials are listed. We've got their Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and then also their support contact information. So you can see right here on the top, we've got solar powered, ambient light sensor, and then waterproof IPX7. So these spotlights will only come on when it's dark out. Waterproof IPX7, we'll talk a little bit more about that and what that means as we get into a review of this product. And then on the bottom, it says down here, designed in USA, made in China. Okay, so let's go ahead and open the box here. I'm going to set this aside for a second and take a look at these 2 cards that are included in here. So this first card includes some instructions for how to turn it on, how to change the light mode, how to mount it. Also talks a little bit about the waterproof capabilities of this light. Also mentions here to place the device in a spot with no shade or eaves, so very important to do that. And then it automatically turns on when it detects enough darkness. Then the support information down there. So it says here, flip me. So it talks about becoming an insider, get free stuff, exclusive deals, and there's also a lifetime warranty on this product. So there's their information down there if you want to become an insider. The second card talks about their lifetime warranty, so they want you to register the product within 72 hours of opening the package. And there's their warranty address right there, so you can do that on their website. And then if you want to become a Vont VIP club member, you can do that. So we've got a few items in here. Go through these one by one. So here is one of their spotlights. Now the ones that I have are the cool white version. They also have a warm white version. You also get one of these stakes, and then you get some screws and wall anchors right there. So you get 3 of those. Alright, let's take a closer look at the spotlight and all the components that come with it. So right here is a spotlight head. You can see on the side we've got the Vont logo. Got a solar panel on top. In the front you can see we've got a spotlight effect created by this cluster of lights, and there's just a bunch of individual lights surrounding it. It's also got a cover on the front to keep the water out. Okay, we've got a stand with a plastic thumb screw here. And you can hear that noise. It's got some ribbing in there so that it will stay in place once you lock this down. So even though the thumb screw itself here is plastic, there is metal on the inside. So this stand comes with 2 mounting holes and the package of screws. There are 3 in here plus the 3 anchors, so you get 1 extra of each. That's pretty nice. And then on the back we've got a power button right there, so that controls the power, turning it on and off, and then also switching between your modes. So there are 2 modes, one for less brightness and the other one obviously for more brightness. So here's a stake that comes with it. Very simple plastic stake. Doesn't seem to twist all that much. You can see right here, to install it on the bottom of the stand, there's only one way that it mounts. So it won't mount this way. Won't go all the way in. And once it's on there, it's on there. It's pretty tight. Now, since they come in a 2-pack, I consider these one product. So I'm going to open this second one up to see if it works the same as the other one. So it pretty much looks the same. Nothing different about the 2 products. There's consistency in the design and the build. Same ribs in there. So I've got this turned on to the first light mode. Go to the second light mode. And I'll turn it off. Do the same thing with this one. First light mode. Second light mode. And off. Here's a brief look at the internals of the spotlight, which can be accessed by removing the 5 screws on the front with the 5/64 hex key. One of the reasons I opened the case is that the power button went out of alignment and stopped clicking after dropping one of the spotlights on the floor. I simply opened the case to realign the button, close the spotlight back up, and it proceeded to function normally. To mount the spotlights without the stake, it's best to first remove the stand from the spotlight head by undoing the thumb screw. Be careful to not lose the nut though. Let's dig a little bit deeper and talk about the specs. The height with the stake installed is 12.2 inches. The spotlight head has a width of 4.2 inches and a length of 5.5 inches, and the spotlights weigh 9.3 ounces each. I've actually verified that these specs are indeed accurate. The light output is 50 lumens of cool white light in low mode and 100 lumens in high mode. To not get too deep here, 1 lumen is about the equivalent of the light output of a small candle. A 12-watt LED bulb, which is roughly the equivalent of a 60-watt incandescent bulb, has a light output of about 800 lumens. The lighting angle on these spotlights is 120 degrees. The power source is a built-in 2000 milliamp battery that's charged via the solar panel on top of the unit. Based on the light mode selected, battery life is specified as 6 to 12 hours when fully charged. These spotlights are built to the IPX7 or Ingress Protection X7 standard, and I'll put a link to the standard in the description below so you can read more about it if you'd like. Basically, the enclosure should protect the internals from water intrusion for a duration of 30 minutes while fully immersed in up to 1 meter of water. According to Vont, these spotlights can be subjected to extreme cold or hot weather conditions, ranging from negative 20 degrees Celsius to 60 degrees Celsius, or for my American friends, negative 4 degrees Fahrenheit to 140 degrees Fahrenheit. Alright, so since we have all the technical details out of the way, we'll run some tests now to wrap this up. I staked the two spotlights in the ground about 6 to 8 feet apart and about 2 feet from the wall, pointing them at an angle to the wall. The closest light was turned on the lowest light output setting, and the farthest light was turned on the highest light output setting. The lights turned on automatically around 8 p.m. I checked the output using a lux or luminous flux meter app installed on my phone, reading light output about 1 foot away. The closest light read 195 lux and the farthest read 420 lux. I'm not quite sure of the accuracy of these readings. Regardless, the difference between the two light outputs was noticeable. Here's how the lights looked a couple hours later at about 10 p.m. The closest light on the lowest setting read 149 lux, and the farthest light read 273 lux. Here are the lights at midnight, 4 hours after initially turning on. The closest light on the lowest setting read 111 lux, and the farthest read 204 lux. And here are the lights at 1 a.m., 5 hours after initially turning on. The closest light on the lowest setting read 103 lux, and the farthest read 141 lux. I got up about 6:25 a.m. and stumbled downstairs to check on the lights. Both had turned off automatically around 6:15 a.m. The closest light on the lowest setting read 62 lux and had moderate light output, and the farthest light read 4 lux and was barely lit. I mounted one of the lights about 6 feet up and pointed it at the ground. Here's how it looked on the two settings. I centered one of the lights about 1.5 feet in front of a maple tree in my backyard. Here's how it looked on the two settings. The light had been turned on for about 2 hours. I placed both the lights in front of the maple tree about 1.5 feet away and off center to the left and the right. Here's how they looked on the two settings. The lights had been turned on for about 2 hours. For the last test, I submerged one of the lights in a bucket of water for an hour to verify IPX7 standard compliance. After the hour passed, I removed it from the bucket and tested its function. It showed no signs of having been compromised. On the DIY Apprentice wrench rating scale, I'm going to give these solar spotlights a 4.5 out of 5. I like the design of these lights. It seems like they would look good in just about any landscape. The light sensor was very responsive. The lights turned off and on as expected, and the pair turned on within a minute of each other at sunset. I also like that they can be mounted off the ground or staked in the ground. And they didn't seem to be affected by water. One negative is that I thought the light output could be a bit brighter on the lowest setting, especially since the lights run for significantly less time on the highest setting. I could see this possibly being an issue in the fall and winter months when the sun sets several hours earlier in North America, for example. Pairing the lights is an alternative though. A disclaimer I'll add is that I only use these lights for about 2 weeks, so there are still some question marks around durability, longevity, and whether the plastic housing will maintain its color and sheen when left to the elements. Overall, this looks like a very good product that worked exactly as specified.